Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. And look at that, got green light on. Well, normally what I like to do is, after going to the flea market and buying some toys, I like to get them home and figure out, or car show, swap meet, whatever. After I get some toys, I like to get them home and figure out what kind of story I have going on here. Am I going to part them out? Am I going to keep them intact and just kind of put them into storage, or am I going to get them fired up? So what I have now is, a couple of days ago, I guess Friday it was, I picked up an ATC125. Turns out it's a 1984, and you know, the thing has kind of mixed signals to it. In some ways it looks like it was treated fairly well, in some ways not so well. Just quickly on these things, if they've been ridden real hard, people have a tendency to bend the forks, and the forks look like they got a really good angle on them. But the metal gas tank was changed out. This is a plastic. I don't know if it's a Clark or not, but it's plastic. The back tires hold air. The front tires do not. The wire harness is hacked. Mr. McKnifey got to that. I pulled the spark plug out of it. You can see it. It actually looks pretty good, right? Key switch pooched. I don't see any cracks in the frame. Looks like at some point the muffler was welded, patched, epoxied. Right, even up here. I hope I'm showing that to you. I did a quick compression check on it. Dry, it's coming in at about 100, and I use the word dry for the following reason. I mean, it's dry. So with oil, it'd probably come in up over 125. I'm not quite sure why all the oil is out of this thing. It doesn't look like it was burned out of it. It just looks like it ran out of it. Those are not OEM tires, but I actually like them on this unit. Assuming I could get it to run, I'm probably going to put the right front tire on it and stick with those little back tires. I think that'll make it a fun machine. I don't know if I could show this to you. Down right there, it says that it's an 84. I don't know, once again, if you could see it. So if not, take my word for it, it's an 84. It's not wearing a headlight or backlight. Those seem to be gone. The recoil, I had to borrow this off of something else. As a matter of fact, I went through my hoard of recoil starters, and this is the one that was on there. Somebody emptied it. The case looks like it could still be used. Then I went through my whole hoard of starters, and this isn't the right kind. If you were to describe the piece that this grabs to, it's an open cup. The fingers stick up. This is kind of a closed cup, and all these starters in here are for this type, a closed basket. And the electric start models use an open basket, so that's no good. So I already told you the compression. Some real positive signs. She was wearing an air filter, right? That's a real positive sign. Somebody tried to get it started and didn't look like they had much luck. This is as I found it. The throttle is it's doing something. It feels like it's attached. The choke is, you know, pretty pooch there. I showed you the plug. These are bent back a little bit. Right. You can see they're not, that one's not bad. But that's bent back a little bit. And at some point somebody did roll it, right? Because the handlebars are cattywampus. She probably rolled up on this side because this is bent backwards. Front fender is somewhat there. Here's the, I keep getting in the shadow here, which is messing everything up. You guys could see what the shifter looks like. The high-low feels okay, but there's a couple of bolts out, right? So I'm not sure what the story on that mess was. What these are known for is the high-low seems to stay together, but the tranny begins to slip. It's kind of a clutch. I don't know. It's like you'll be going and it'll be pulling, not like the clutch slipping, but then the clutch will disengage and you kind of mess with the shifter and it'll engage again and disengage. So these don't have the best transmissions in them. What one could do with these, if you get one, especially a roller, you could buy the Chinese engine for them. The Chinese engine, depending on where you get it, if it's on sale, I guess if the guy got a fresh shipment and he's trying to get some of his money back, or if he's toward the end of his shipment and he's in no hurry to have to order a new batch, get them on eBay, somewhere around $300, plus or minus $50. So you can always just smash your Chinese engine on there. This is the back fender. You can see it's more or less all here, though not in great shape, right? I mean, it came with no seat. What are my plans right now? My plans are to get it running. I'd like to hear it run, and then from there I'll go forward. I paid $1.25 for it, which for this bike is a halfway decent deal. And why? I mean, the back tires are holding up air, so that they're worth something. The gas tank's worth something. Given that the frame isn't torqued, the CDI is here. I mean, the wiring is hacked up by the ignition switch and all. But other than that, the wiring's really, the rest of the harness is all there. Obviously the headlight's out, but the bucket's not in too bad a shape. Once again, I had to put that recoil on there. But it looks like a pretty straight bike. It's not all torqued and bent and twisted and screwed around. So I think she was worth the $125. The rear end feels pretty good. It's tight. It's got no play, right? The steering is pretty tight. I don't know. My plan is to put a bigger tire on it, to get it running, and to put it into the Hoard as a runner. But one never knows. I could get it fired up tomorrow and discover that the engine is complete junk. I don't think so. It doesn't look that way. But until it's running, you don't know. You won't know until it's running. So, my leg today, my knee, is... It bothered me last night. It kept waking me up. I'd roll over and it'd start to scream. And I'm not... I mean, I must have hiked at least 5 miles on Friday and Saturday each day on it. Had to be 5, if not more. And it did it. I had to get that ATC125 to the car. It did it. If there was anything seriously wrong, I don't think I could have dragged it there. And after I did drag it there, if I did succeed, right, I probably wouldn't be walking the next day. So I'm thinking it's probably a strain. It seems, as I'm stretching it, it seems to be getting a little better, particularly back here. The knee itself is swollen. Who knows? But I don't think I destroyed it. I guess I'm saying this more for my own good than for you guys listening, right? I'm trying to convince myself by the power of positive thinking that my knee is good and I'm not going to have any real trouble with it. So I guess that's it. Hopefully the next video you see of the 125, it's running, and a running bike is always a good bike. So hopefully that's true, and hopefully I could get my act together, get a little cleanup done. Looks like I'm going to have to cut grass again this week, and probably every week from now till the end of the summer. So I got to put the wheels on that, on the deck, get it ready to cut grass for me. Right. My sons were here for Mother's Day, spent a little time with their mom. We went out to breakfast together. Then we went out riding. I had the 200S I was running around on. My older son had this thing, the 250 SX, and my younger son had the 4x4, I don't know, the Foreman 300, what are they calling this thing? 4 tracks 300. So he was running this one. So we ran around the property. It's pretty wet out there, a lot of standing water, which made things sloppy, but we did okay, I guess. Alright folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Make sure you have yourself a whole bunch of fun. You don't know how many days you're going to be able to go out and play, so make sure you get out there and play. Bye now, folks.